We'll start recording when Reese is ready to join us.
I just want to get all this. Okay. Are you ready?
I've been ready.
Okay. Wait, okay.
It's already been recording, guys.
I hate you. Okay. Good morning. I hate you because you. So I thought I was like he hit record, but then I was like, no, he didn't hit record because he's waiting for me to get all this laughs out. Okay, so
Yeah, and I thought you had them all out, and then you didn't.
okay, I do.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a little R&R. It's Ramont.
And I'm Reese. What's going on, people?
Ain't nothing. So, here we are. It's June. It's Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, friend.
Same to you.
Oh my God, did we just tell people we're gay?
I didn't say I was gay. Are you gay? You said it's Pride Month. I mean, that got shit to do with me and you. Is you coming out to me, friend? I don't know what's going on. You said it was Pride Month, and I acknowledged it is. Absolutely. Happy Pride to the people.
Anyway, guys, we are here. It is Pride Month, and
we're sitting in our secluded location.
Always in a secluded
location.
In the DMV.
In the DMV. We still kind of on lockdown or whatever. So that situation is what it is.
So we can't celebrate Pride right now. I mean, we can within the comfort of our own home with close family and friends, but we can't go out. We ain't got no parades.
You keep saying can't. I'm going to say shouldn't, because I go on my social media and I see that there's a whole lot going on. I mean, outside of Pride, just in general. There's a lot of in the streets. I mean, and again, aside from the protesting and all that, aside from that, people are out and about as if.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's no big parade. It's no floats.
Right.
The New York, I think like New York and LA probably have like the biggest ones.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. Honestly, I've never been to either one.
You never been to New York or LA?
No, I've never been to LA, but as far as Pride goes.
Mm-hmm. No,
I've been
to
yeah.
No, you've never been to neither one of their Pride events.
Correct.
I would say the first one I went to was Atlanta, and
of course.
Right. And after that, I didn't need to go to anymore. So the ones here in the local area, I guess I've been around, but I've not participated in the events.
Oh, remember our Pride experience?
No.
When we all got drunk?
No.
You don't remember that?
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I do. I do remember that. Okay, that's another story for another time.
Reese was City Girls before City Girls came out.
Realize what? Okay, so before we jump all the way into this, we're going to give you some definitions just for those individuals that may not understand or may not know the whole Pride thing. So gay Pride, as defined by Wikipedia, gay Pride or LGBT Pride is the promotion of self-affirmation, dignity, equality, and increased visibility of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people as a social group. Pride, as opposed to shame and social stigma, is the predominant outlook that bolsters most LGBT rights and movements. So when we talk about LGBTQ plus is what it should be. We're looking at, so LGBTQ plus refers to lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer / questioning, with the plus sign signifying a desire to be inclusive. Then we go into this. Have you ever seen this?
I've never seen this one before, and I'm actually amazed by it.
Right, I was like, wow.
And I'm gonna have to
but I think this is why this is the
look
plus.
into this.
So the plus
is the additional, but
behind, right? So the plus. So when you go beyond the plus, it's LGBTQQIP2SAA. And it stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual. So that is basically an umbrella for which everyone falls under, right?
Yeah.
So then I had a question, because when I looked at that, I was like, what the hell is 2S? Like, that sounds like a new game, right? So 2S refers to two-spirit, which refers to a person who identifies as having both a masculine and feminine spirit, and is used by some indigenous people to describe their I'm believing they meant sexuality, gender, and or spiritual identity. So, woosah, that was a lot, right? So that's essentially what the gay pride and the LGBT community consist of as
inclusion. Like, we are the most welcoming people ever.
But this is by Wikipedia, so if you guys have other explanations, other explanations or whatever. Then,
or if we missed the letter,
please
as far as the LGBTQ, like,
don't fight us.
Please don't fight us. Please reach out to us and let us know what they are.
Or reach out to Wikipedia so they can update their records.
On Wikipedia, I think you can change the record, which is the funny part.
Potentially.
Yeah. Something could have been deleted.
I want a 5G in there. I don't know what I want it to stand for, but if it got a 2S, I want a 5G. So, yeah, like, it's Pride Month. It's a month for the people. The people.
Come on, the people.
The people.
All right. And it's World Pride Month. Mm-hmm. If we were to look at it a little bit closer, so World Pride Month is basically everyone that comes together. However, here in the DMV area, Atlanta, Houston, Chicago, I think Philly has it.
Washington State has one.
Really?
Yes. Okay, I don't even know what we're talking about because you haven't said
right, you don't even.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about Black Gay Pride.
Right. Washington State has one.
Shout out to the 3 people, the 3 black men.
It's only 2 because I
left. In Washington State at Black Gay Pride. Shout out to y'all holding it down for us.
Okay. So yeah,
I don't know if LA has one. I've never heard of it. Itself, I could be wrong, but there are 2. Like, we as Black people started to create our own Black Gay Pride, and without going into much detail, we know why that was created. As you see, Black people learn to create their own spaces when they're not welcome into other spaces.
Exactly, when they're not welcomed or included.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it could be the same, but I think that sometimes there are situations where, you know, people feel like, oh, you can be a part of, but it's not welcoming.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
we as Black people, like, we still go to World Pride. Like, I have good friends that still go to World Pride. It's a different experience.
I believe it.
Completely.
So I've never experienced World Pride. Like, I've heard of it, of course, and I feel like for me, when we look at the difference of World Pride.
You did.
When?
We went to Canada.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That was different. Canada was different.
Canada overall was different, but yeah, that was World Pride in Canada.
That.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay, so I have been, and it was different. So moving right along. No, I think that World Pride. So to me, what's worldwide?
Ooh.
Let me take a sip. Hold on.
You can log on. Okay, y'all. So Reese now has braces, and he does this slurping thing when he drinks.
Because there is liquid in. So when you're drinking regularly, I don't know, but
so if y'all hear random slurps,
that means
Reese.
I'm getting the liquid out my braces because I don't want to spit all over my friend, my computer, my mic, none of that. That's what I'm doing. So, in my opinion, World Pride versus Black Gay Pride. I think World Pride is what I've always seen, and this is just my perspective. It's for, like, they want the right to be married and things like that. Like, that's basically the biggest thing that I've seen World Pride. Like, people are like, oh my God, we want to be married. We want to be like everyone else. Black Gay Pride is about complete, not necessarily, well, it is for inclusion and the things that affect us. They are, we're looking at just all around being taken care of and being accepted in a sense. Like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I think
this is our space.
Yeah, I feel like Gay Black Pride is a bigger movement, and not just because I'm Black, but it's a bigger. I think it's a bigger movement because it's more encompassing of just, oh, we want to get married. Like, we want to get married, and we want healthcare, and we want this, and like we want what everybody else is getting. So yeah, those, like, when you look at the differences, I didn't realize.
And the good thing about Black Gay Pride, it's not just 1 month that we celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, from the entire year, you can find a Black Gay Pride during one of those months.
Somewhere, yeah.
I mean, Atlanta has 2.
They have MLK, right? Is that
MLK? I mean, it's like
Atlanta is yeah.
September is their Black Gay Pride, but then when you get to MLK, it's
Friend,
just
why
like,
do you
if
know
I
all
miss
of
September, I'm coming in January.
How do you know? I don't know. See, I don't know the months.
I don't know all the months, but I'm just saying in general.
Like, I knew MLK only because I think I went for my birthday one year, and it was that weekend. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, DMV, here, ours is Memorial Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chicago is like sometime like around 4th of July weekend, somewhere around there.
I think so.
And I don't know where Houston's is, but I know that it's around the summertime, somewhere it's hot as well.
So what I will say is, again, it's a personal feeling. I feel like Black Gay Pride becomes a completely different thing than what it was meant for in the beginning. Like, I don't know. I didn't do the research to determine when it started and all of that. But I know that just from listening to the elders, that it was for like all these great things, and then it's been, I won't say diminished, but it's been down. It's come to just going somewhere, being cute, half naked, and fucking. Gasp, if you will. That's the truth. And if you don't, listen. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's come to, and that's why I don't participate. That caveat, right? That's why I don't participate, because I'm just not in that space. Like, I feel like,
but we've all done it.
Like I said, my first one was Atlanta, and I went, and it was. I have pictures. I'm gonna find the picture and show you. I had braces back then. Had to do around 2, y'all. This gap came a little open and teeth started shifting. Anyways, so it was an interesting experience. It was a good time, but I don't think I got the true essence of what it was supposed to be because of what it ended up being. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like I look back and I've talked to older people, and they're like, yeah, this is what it was meant for, and we wanted inclusion and da 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 da. But when I went, it was just literally like, okay, we're going to go to this beach. We're going to put on these little well, not me, but put on these shorts and, do all this and this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was with it. I was with the shits. I had a good time. But I think that it's just gotten away. Like the intent, we've moved away from that a lot. And I think that it's because, I don't know. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why.
Oh, wow. Okay, fine. Well, there's that.
What was your first one?
Probably somewhere in Baltimore. But I want to. First of all, don't make that face.
Because I just feel like Baltimore. I forget that you're from Baltimore.
We're gonna go ahead and end right here.
No, I'm sorry.
It was 9 times out of 10. It was probably Baltimore. And that's about it.
Was it just the partying? Like, was there educational value placed on the whole weekend or whatever it was?
Just partying for me.
Partying, okay.
Having a good time. Ours is in the summertime as well. So
that's the beauty about it being like DMV area. It covers so many different places. Like Baltimore can have one.
Oh yeah, Baltimore and the one in Maryland and DC. Well, yeah, because it would be DC Gay Pride. Are held at 2 different times.
Right.
Baltimore's Black Gay Pride is Father's Day weekend. So it's still doing Pride Month, which is June. But it's separated. Like it's not. Actually, it's not separated. It's doing Father's Day weekend.
That's
what
one
I
in
remember.
Where?
Huh?
Baltimore is in Father's Day, and then Memorial Day weekend
is
for
DC. Yep.
And I'm sure Virginia has their own too.
Virginia? I'm not going to Virginia for no.
I'm not going to Baltimore,
and that's fine.
And
friend.
I'm not doing anything.
Friend, you was in Washington State in rain boots.
It didn't rain. It didn't rain the Pride that I went to.
Oh, okay, y'all had one day no rain. All right,
I think it was only one day, probably.
Y'all probably stand out there with coffee and stuff.
Well, Starbucks is my friend.
Let's see. No, I want to skip around that one. Sorry, guys. We actually have an outline today to keep Reese on track. So let's go to item number 4.
Oh, you want to talk to okay. I'm here for it.
And this is a message to straight folks. Reese wrote this, not me.
Wait!
But I agree. The do's and don'ts and perception versus reality. And when we say do's and don'ts to our straight allies out there, people that are accepting of us, and and we've had to break it down for male and female because they both do two separate things.
They have, yeah. So I think that the do's and don'ts and the perception versus reality kind of goes hand in hand, but not really. So from me, I say that a lot, don't I? From my perspective,
you have to say that.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not speaking for everybody, and me and Ramont, we both have different opinions. So for me,
and I'm a small hometown type of guy, and I can't get canceled this fast, and we only like a few episodes in. We ain't got PR.
We need a whole season at least before we have any controversy, right? So the do's and don'ts. When I say that, there's certain things that you just probably shouldn't do, and this is from our perspective. So for me,
and we don't fault y'all, by the way. We don't fault y'all for this.
But one thing that I do not like when women say, when they like, and not even. Because I'm a realist, right? I'm real with myself. Like, I don't think that I have this very macho masculine demeanor about myself. So when people say, oh my God, you're gay, and they seem shocked, I'm just like, stop. Don't do that. Like, you ain't got to put on the show for me. I'm good. I'm comfortable with who I am. So I'm good. But when they say, you are too cute to be gay.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? Like...
Or they be like, are you sure you're gay?
Right. Because, like, no. Like, what? Huh? Like, I'm too cute, so all gay people should be ugly is how I read that. That's not okay. I don't think that that's cool. Another one that just is irky to me, and we've kind of talked about this very briefly, but the homegirl that's like, ooh, bitch, ma'am, I don't know you. When I meet you and you, like, we were
and it's the, yes, bitch, honey, word, yes, sis, you better wear that outfit. You are giving me life.
Take me shopping, do my hair, like, ma'am, sit down. Because
that is,
for me and myself, again, speaking for myself, I can't do your hair. Don't know too much about an eyebrow. I can put you in an outfit, but I mean, it ain't finna be all of that. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that quote unquote gay.
I'm not finna. No.
Right. So that is just very irky. Let me jump to the men real quick. Like, I feel like another thing is when a straight man finds out or the conclusion that you're gay. A lot of times it's like, don't do that gay shit around me. I'm not, sir. You're probably like the least from what I want. So you don't have to worry. Like, I think that's a lot of, well, not a lot. Some straight men that I've come in contact with have this thought that because I'm a gay man that I'm going to be attracted to
straight
them
places make me nervous.
Or try to hit on them. Really?
Mm-hmm. That's you can't invite me to like a straight club, like, or straight night at a facility.
Really?
Straight
I don't feel that
people make me nervous, and it's not like, okay, we can't come in here and have a good time and everything like that. But if I don't know you, and I don't, of course, in the club, you don't know the environment that you're in, and I feel as if there is fragile masculinity amongst some men. Okay. So therefore, they feel as if they have to prove something if they find out that someone is gay. Oh, you're looking at me wrong, or like you said, I'm not with that gay shit type of situation, and it's a little uneasy because you don't know who's fragile here. Like, I've been around straight people where, like, they cool. We can't. At the end of the day, we just two niggas in here talking, chilling. It's nothing more. Nothing sexual is involved here. But there are some people that don't think like that, and they have to, I guess, try to prove themselves in some aspect. And I'm
trying to think. I don't think that we've ever been anywhere.
No, we've never been in those type of instances, but if either other friends or other places where, you know, if I'm with a homegirl, they're like, oh, I'm celebrating a birthday here, I got this section, this, and the third, and I go out to the club, 9 times out of 10, I'll stay right there.
in the section.
I won't, if another, I won't engage.
So I'm assuming that you're not scared, it's just, like you said, uncomfortable.
I just don't know what's going to pop off.
Right.
What's going to pop off? Like, I just don't know. I mean, it's weird. I can go, but it's very uncomfortable.
I can understand that. I think that, for me, I don't think that I think about it too much. I am more the person that if I don't feel like I'm going to have a good time, I'm not going to go. And I feel like, and again, no shade to them, but I don't know that a lot of straight, like, clubs and parties, to me, the niggas is trying to push up on all the females. The females are just trying to be extra cute, and I just don't fit into the mix.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's
we
just
don't.
like...
And it's weird.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
Like, even with females, like, as a guy, of course, you're looking out for the females and making sure that they're having a good time.
Right.
And this, that, and the third. So, I mean, I've been out with my straight female friends, and we've had sections, and we've partied and we chill. But 9 times out of 10, I'll stay right there in my seat just to avoid any type of conflict from someone that may feel a little uneasy. Like, in a gay club, we can brush up against each other. Granted, be some motherfucker that be like, bitch, what the fuck? But other than in the straight club, I don't want no.
Right.
And then it's like, well, how gay can I be? How free and open can I be? You know what I mean?
I think that you, because I know you, I don't know that I've ever been in a situation, and maybe because we've never.
But how short can my shorts be? If it's, especially if the summertime, if they be like, all right, Ramont, we going to a rooftop party, I'm going my straight home girl.
Y'all have to know what I need to know.
I mean, I'm gonna wear a cute outfit, but like, I gotta change my whole outfit to fit into this space.
I feel you. I understand what you're saying. I get it.
And then sometimes straight clubs, they be having dress codes and
that our attire doesn't it doesn't.
Yeah. It doesn't match. They be like, no sneakers, no shoes. And it's just
but these shoes are really, really cute.
But it's just like you let him in and his outfit ugly. Like,
and he got on Timbs, but I can't wear these sneakers. Like, stop. Yeah, I get it. I completely understand. So yeah, I think it's a thing, clearly. Another thing that I don't like, and this hasn't happened to me, I think it's happened to me like once that I can think of, but when individuals figure out or come to the conclusion or whatever it is that you're gay men, then it's a whole bunch of questions that leave you in a space of thinking that now you are almost like a project. Like they're trying to.
I've never had that.
You've never had. Okay, so one situation, it was I was at work, not at work, but a guy from work was just on some. I don't know how he found out. Came to me and I was like, yeah, it is what it is. I don't have a problem sharing that if it comes to me. So he was just like, yeah, so. What is this and what is just asking a lot of questions, and then it was like, well, we should hang out, and it was just like, sir. I'm not like I'm not an experimental anything. Like, I'm good. Like, I feel like a lot of homosexuals are into that whole trying to turn somebody out. But to me, if you ask all these questions, you're not trying to be turned out. You're trying to get into what you want to get into. If that, you know what I'm saying? You already have maybe a curiosity, or you've done this before, and now you think, oh, now that I know you are, we can play. I'm not for play.
Oh no,
I'm not a play. So that is kind of annoying. Again, it's happened to me like once, but I've heard other stories of guys that will try someone because, okay, you're out there now, let me see what you, and basically it's just they want some head is what I've come to the conclusion of.
Were you out in high school?
No.
Oh, I was.
Were you?
Yes.
Out like how though?
Oh, everyone in high school knew I was gay.
Okay, so let's that transitions us into this coming out, right? So what was your coming out?
You got time?
Okay, we got.
It's like,
I mean, how interesting is the story? No.
All right, so my coming out story. Little backstory. Only child. Very reserved. Very quote unquote sheltered. I didn't really do much. I stayed in the house. I didn't really go out. Maybe I just got anxiety. Maybe I just have a people anxiety or something like. Maybe that's my problem. That's for a different.
We're gonna unwrap that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll unwrap that. But I mainly say to myself, quiet, this, that, and the third. So, teenage, in high school, when it was time for me to, I didn't come out on my own. I was more so forced out. It was, and growing up in a black household, it's one of those things where you grow up, oh, he's soft. That it was always that me. I was labeled as soft. I mean, quite frankly, like my mom, I was spoiled. My mom sheltered me. I could not get dirty. So while other boys would play baseball and football and run around in the dirt, I was standing on the side and watch them play because I could not get dirty.
Because your mother said so.
Yeah, she said don't dirty my clothes, and I didn't want cuts, scrapes, scars, and we're sad because I can look now and see where my cuts and like I know where my stuff came from. That's how much I actually did because I can still remember.
Right.
But how did I come out? So at the time, my father was incarcerated.
Oh.
My cousin wrote him a letter basically saying that, you know, I'm gay and...
Your cousin sent a letter to your father telling your father that you were gay?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and, you know, he's hanging around, you know, these guys. I seen him talking to X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third.
Oh, wow.
In return, my father sends...
Pause. How old were you?
Anywhere from 16 to 18.
Okay.
High school was almost over.
Okay, so high school.
Okay, yeah. In return, my father sends a letter to me. Gotta love this. And basically, you know, mentions how, you know, he doesn't approve and this isn't how, you know, he thought his son would be. Mind you, it is 4 of us.
Okay.
So just like, sir, you got three other kids to worry about. Like, you got 3 other sons. Like, there's still
live
hope for
through
you.
them.
There's still hope for you out there, sir.
I'm 1 of 4.
So he sent this letter, and of course I'm reading it, and as a teenager, rebellion kicks in. It's just like, who the hell are you to write me a letter from jail telling me what you approve and what you don't approve? You're not even here.
So was your dad an active participant in your life prior to him going to jail?
We'll unpack that on a different episode. So,
all right.
we're in a better place now. I love my father,
yes.
And everything like that. But it was very much like, who the fuck? Like, the fuck? Did you send me this letter? Like, nigga, you're in jail. I can do whatever I want to do. Like, you're not here taking care of me. So then I, of course, told my mom. Because I didn't know if he would write her a letter or whatever the case may be. So I just went ahead and just told her.
You told her how? Like conversation?
I gave her the letter, and I said, once you're done reading it, we can discuss it.
Oh.
Very mature.
Oh, look at you.
I know, right?
Okay.
So, single black mother, you know, she blames herself. Was it me? Because I held you sheltered and I didn't do X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, no, mom, you know, it's not you and this, that, and the third. And, moved on. Years go past, you know, I'm a proud gay man and, you know, my mother is accepting and, you know, she's, of the Church of the Lord and all that jazz. So it really doesn't affect our relationship as far as that aspect goes, as we know. Not many people can share that story itself. But yeah, that's my coming out. And from there, of course, I found myself within the gay LGBTQ plus community. And everything like that. And, you know, as time went on, I learned about transgender, bisexual, lesbian. Now, lesbian, we already knew, especially when you had that masculine aunt. Like, there were some aunts that were more men than the actual men and child. So, lesbian, I already knew what a lesbian was a long time ago, even before I was gay. And, you know, and...
So your family knows, like your entire family.
Yeah, family knows.
Was it hey, this is Ramont, this is who I am, or was it just?
It's that unspoken.
Okay.
Like, y'all know, but we're not going to sit and talk about it type of situation. I mean, and quite frankly, it's nothing to talk about it because, and I look at it from this aspect, and it's kind of. I don't know the proper word for it, but my family is from the South, they're church-going people. My aunt, of course, between my grandmother and her sisters, you know, they're all in the church, all on ministry board and so forth and everything like that. So it's, yes, I'm gay, but I know what this cousin did. I know that all these little cousins here happen out of wedlock type of situation. You know what I mean? So it's just like, can't judge me. And
when you got sins going on.
Right, these other sins are also going on.
Right.
So it's that unspoken thing, and what I love about my family, like, regardless of the sin, we all love the Lord and know Him and this, that, and the third, but we all understand forgiveness and love, which God
and respect, obviously.
God is love. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's the joy and I'll say privilege, because not everyone has that, per se, especially close-knit with family itself. But yeah, that's me coming out. My family loves me and my partner.
And your partner.
Okay, and partner. Or you know what, my man. So they actually like him a little bit more than me, which I find.
Ain't that it? Well, look, I was gonna say, ain't that it? But I don't know about that.
It's very rude. They speak and hug him before they talk to me.
Disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. Yeah, so how about you, friend? I mean, coming from, Washington State.
I don't know why that is always a thing. When I tell people where I'm from, and then they're like, wait, you're from Washington State? And then I think, when I say, well, I was born in Wisconsin, they're like, what?
It doesn't get any better.
It doesn't get any better, right? It's just worse.
The third name on the list.
I always tell people I don't really necessarily have a coming out story. So I'll give you the scenario. When I was in Washington State, I always kind of had a love and a passion for the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. And so I felt like modeling was, I'm going to go into modeling. But when you don't think that you're that attractive, especially, I just wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? And not even that I think that I'm that guy now, but I've definitely grown into my features and things like that. So back then, there was and I don't remember the name of it, but there was an organization it was a nonprofit that was in support of the LGBTQ plus community, and they had a campaign, and they were doing pictures for this campaign, this specific campaign, and I was like, oh yeah, to me that's modeling. Let's do it. So me and my best friend, actually my best friend and another friend of ours got together and did it. And so then the posters came out, and I was like, oh, this is so exciting. It was cool. We were in a gay club. I was 17. I was 18. We were in a gay club putting up posters, and I bumped into a friend of my mother's, a female. And I was just like, oh, shit. The first thing I thought was, she's going to tell my mother that I'm in this gay club. Now, mind you, I wasn't in there, enjoying the atmosphere. I was in there putting up the posters. That was it. So I felt immediately, anybody that knows me knows that me and my mother have a very close relationship. At that time, in my eyes, I was bisexual because I had a thing for guys, but I felt like that was so wrong that I needed to be with women. So I had a girlfriend.
Oh, I had that phase.
Yeah. So I was going through that, and when I saw her, and it wasn't that I just saw her, we spoke. She was like, hey, and so then we're putting up these posters, and it wasn't anything graphic, I wasn't kissing a guy or anything like that, but the organization itself was in support of the LGBTQ plus community, so put two and two together. So I went to my mother and I had this conversation. So the one thing that unnerves me about the gay community sometimes is that they have this assumption that because you're gay, your mother knew from, I guess, the day you were born. So when I went to my mother and we sat down and had that conversation, she was like, what? Again, I don't ever sit here. I've never sat and said, oh, I'm so masculine or I'm so this. Right. I think that I was just who I was.
You have to learn yourself.
Yeah, but I've always been this. Mm-hmm. My voice carries. I am a little animated. I've just been who I am. So I don't think that I guess it was never classified as gay. Mm-hmm. To her. So we had the conversation, and the conversation initially was that I'm bisexual because, again, at that particular time, I think I did have a girlfriend, but I was still hanging out with my gay friends. So that was it for me, basically. I told my mom, and I was good. I didn't care about...
After you told mom, you don't care about anybody else.
So, my sister might be hearing this for the first time because me and her have never had a conversation about my sexuality because I don't feel that it's necessary. In my opinion... what I do sexually or who I choose to date ain't got nothing to do with my sister, my father, my mother. It doesn't have anything to do with them. I wanted my mother to know because I felt like I owed her that. I never wanted her to hear anything on the streets. Mm-hmm. Now, in the streets of Washington, Tacoma, whatever, there was nothing that I was doing that my sister would have ever heard anything. You know what I'm saying?
Are there streets?
Trying it. So it was like never. I never felt like, oh my God, I gotta talk to my sister. We have never had that conversation. So skip over to my extended family, I'll call them. So my biological father, and I have siblings. I have 4 siblings with him, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. Me and my father never had the conversation. However, he did tell me one time we were having a conversation about I don't even know what. Nothing to do with sexuality. He was like, you know what, son? I love you regardless. I said, regardless of what? He was just like, I just love you. I was like, okay. And I felt like that was his like way of telling me that I don't care what you got going on. I love you. Appreciate it.
Your father a little hood, ain't he?
My dad is actually like, he got hood in him, but he was a pretty boy in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like the slick, good grade of hair. He dressed really nice. He was the hood nigga that didn't get dirty. Okay. If that makes sense. Okay. In Wisconsin.
He didn't go outside in the rain.
Right. And so with my brothers and sisters and even my cousins, so with my extended family, it's again not a conversation that I'm just like, hey everybody, this is what
gay.
It is. Yeah,
No,
I don't feel like that's
absolutely
necessary. Not. So I've had a couple cousins come to me and be like, yo, so what's up? Like, are you gay?
Why?
Cause I think curiosity, and to me, I've always respected you come to me versus you talking about it behind my back, and not even that it would matter to me because I don't care, but I can appreciate you coming to me for the truth.
As a cousin?
My cousin was just like, she came, we were at a bar, we were drinking, I was visiting, so I haven't lived in Wisconsin in forever, like not as an adult at all. So when I come, it's like a couple days here, a couple days there, every year or so. So it was never really a conversation. Like, I think that it was curiosity. Like, you gonna tell me or not? Like so in my head, I took it as we all think you gay, but I'm gonna be the one to ask you.
So I can send a group text,
right, and tell everybody, yep,
he
he's
said
gay.
Yes.
He's confirmed, y'all. He's one of them.
Give me my $10.
So and then with my siblings on my dad's side, I don't think that anyone asked me. I don't think either of my sister or my brothers asked me, but me and my youngest brother have had the conversation because he was talking about at one time moving out here, and I was like, well, if you move out here, I was in a relationship at the time, and we was looking at houses, and I was like, I want you to know what you're walking into. And shout out to my little brother, he is convinced that I am bisexual. He was like, you gonna get some whole vagina.
Yes,
and I was like,
I'm here for it.
Okay, brother, like, if you pass some, I might, yeah. But anyway, so I just have never had any other coming out. You know what I'm saying? I think my mother was my number one. I needed her to understand and know, and other than that, it just I don't care.
Yeah.
So I feel like this may be a coming out for me in a sense. Not that, again, anyone has ever been like, not questioned it, but you hear it out of my mouth. Because another thing about me, I feel like people have an opinion, right? And this is, I've argued with a good friend of mine over the years. She's like, when I met you, I knew you were gay. I was like, you didn't know that I was gay until I told you that I was gay. Because your perception is your reality, it's not mine. So you can perceive me to be anything that you want, but until I say that that's what I am, until I let you know, it ain't that. That's your perception. So this is my, I guess, not that this is my coming out, like I'm trying to say to the world, hey, but yeah.
There may be someone listening that never knew.
Okay. Probably not. But like I just feel like the whole like coming out thing, it's interesting. And like you, I will say that I have been blessed that I haven't endured any like hatred or negativity. And if anybody has felt any type of way, then
outside of from these niggas,
I mean, every now and then, but not even really directly from them. I think that I have a great
getting on our nerves
circle of friends. I have a supportive family, and if it changes anything, I think that that's with them. You know what I'm saying? I think that if my choice of who I choose to sleep with or who I choose to date or whatever, that shouldn't affect you because you're not involved in that.
And I also think that with our families being accepting and how we are, it allows them to be accepting of others that they may not know. Or strangers,
or find out, right? Yeah.
Strangers and other gay people that they may come across. It makes them a little bit more empathetic. They will think of us if they see another gay man or gay woman, whatever the case may be, that comes across that path,
right?
Type of situation, and that's the good takeaway that I take away from it.
And I think that is a good one. The other thing that I won't say that I don't like, but it's something that I don't like. I think that society's perception of homosexuality for men is very
because women get a pass.
Fucked up. Oh yes, all day. And that's another topic.
Women get a pass because men sexualize having two women at one time.
Yes, that's absolutely. Why. And it's always she's gay, she's a lesbian. Oh, she'll be down. And I think that I know women that are just like, I don't want nothing to do with a man.
Right. And I don't blame them.
Right. Right. Not when you're an object to them. But so society's perception of homosexuality is what kind of unnerves me sometimes. Because when you look at social media or you look at reality TV and things like that, it's very gay, right? It's very girl, popping, twisting, da-da-da-da-da. It's all of that. And that's not everyone. So just like every black person isn't the same, every gay person isn't the same. So don't get so caught up, I would say, to our listeners that may not be as accepting, if you can listen this far, that may not be as accepting of the homosexual community, the LGBTQ plus community. Just know that we're different. Everyone is different. Yeah. And respect that. Like we're individuals. We're in a group. Of course, definitely individuals. So I would leave it with that.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you. This was
it was a good one. Before we go, anything new, exciting that has happened with you?
Well, you threw it out there that I had braces because I wasn't sorry. Nobody. So I got these train tracks on my teeth. I got these train tracks on my teeth.
They're so cute though.
I feel like it. So I will say that people are like, oh my God, you look so young.
You do.
I look okay. I'll take that. But nothing other than that. I'm dating, but it's completely different from the last time we talked about it. But I think that's another subject for another time.
It is.
We're still in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Everything is still going. We're still doing, but we're still experiencing the riots and everything like that. And I think Black Power, I love it. I'm all about it. I think that the peaceful protests are absolutely amazing. And I pray and hope that change is on the horizon.
Yes.
What's going on with
you? I agree with the pandemic and protests and so forth, and I'm also starting to see news reports about the police reforms that are coming about and the conversations that are starting to happen in the political realm as far as what they're going to do about policing and so forth. Of course, I can only say it for DC and Maryland due to our local news stations, and I really have not been watching CNN like that. It's been a minute. Just trying to, social media is enough of what's going on out there, so cutting on CNN would have just added another layer. So I have not been watching news like that, just watching regular TV and movies and so forth, just trying to decompress and take in everything that has already happened and process through all of that. On a lighter note, we gotta what'd you say?
I felt like, damn, man, you going through a lot. Like, not really, but you is. Like, damn.
Because coming home and watching CNN, it takes a toll on you. Like, it's a lot to take in. Like, it's a lot to take in. So I just had to cut it off for at least 2 weeks. On a lighter note, we got a bidet.
Y'all got a bidet? When? Look, when? I'm coming over. Wait, that's the thing that shoots up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, like you said. Okay. I gotta come over.
What do you mean?
I did. overseas.
Yes. So we originally experienced it when we all went to Thailand.
I wasn't there. But
okay. Right.
But I went overseas on my own.
So we were just like, okay, we want one of these. And Amazon, like, there's a thing that you can connect to the toilet, to the water bowl. What? Yeah, I came home. It was hooked up. And I was just like, okay.
Y'all don't even see the excitement on me. I'm so excited. For a toilet that I ain't even got in my house. But what?
Yeah, you just turn the little knob and it start to scream.
I'm coming. Look, I'm not coming over and dropping deuces because I think that is just so tacky.
Different. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to sit there and bidet. That's all I'm going to do. Wow.
Yeah, so
that's exciting. I'm excited.
It's interesting. It's very interesting because the one in Thailand, it had like you had to like grab the hose and like do it yourself.
Oh wow!
Right. Versus this one where we just turn the knob and it just shoots the water.
When I went to Mexico, that bitch was self-service. All you had to do was when you flush. I don't know how it knew. You don't know how. But it was warm water.
Oh,
that was really nice. Y'all's is cold water.
I don't know.
Have you used it?
I did use it, friend. I'm still trying to learn it. I think I need a manual. I'm going to go look for the owner's manual and learn it out.
Look.
Because once I say women, and I was just looking like, well, oh shit, well, what this do?
I want to see it. So, I'm coming over. I'm coming out this inclusive. Where are we at? What did we say?
A secluded
inclusive. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm coming out of seclusion.
Okay.
To come over and use the bidet.
Okay, friend.
So
weird.
We're gonna wrap this up with Happy Pride to all of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yes, Happy
and
Pride,
all of
guys.
the individuals that love and support the LGBTQ plus community. Yeah, I think at this time, love is all we need. Like, I think that with all this stuff going on, the pandemic, the protesting, Black Lives Matter, like all of that, just love each other.
Yes.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
It's
and get a bidet.
You'll feel a lot better.
Yes. Right. So, signing out? Are we signing out?
We're signing out. Remember again to like, subscribe, comment, share us, ALilRandR Podcast.
ALilRandR Podcast on IG. We are at Ramont and Reese at gmail.com. If you have any questions, concerns, any ideas for any future shows, anything like that.
Definitely reach out to us and let us know. We are here. We love feedback.
Yes. Good feedback. Don't come at us.
No, you can come at us sideways if that's what the Lord placed on your heart and that's what you feel.
Just ensure that the Lord places in your heart to receive the response that comes from your bullshit. No, I'm just joking. Thank you guys for listening, and we will
talk to you later.
Boom.
Bye guys.